But as a lot of people know who are probably watching this, I made a kind of a bombshell announcement last week that I am taking a hiatus from live music. Now, I want to make sure everybody knows I'm not quitting music. I'm still recording. I've already got 10 songs prepped
So you're still
for the next
putting out
release.
new music. Music's not done. It's just the touring side of it.
Well, it's kind of one of those things like, let's say you're a runner, but you never stop to catch your breath. You're not going to be a very good runner. So,
Right.
the music is not my 8 to 5, and weirdly, I would say it's a blessing. It'd be great if it was, but when it is, you can't handle things like COVID hitting, and you can't take a break from the road. And so, I'm a new dad. I'm trying to wrap up my training for my 8 to 5 that I've been doing for 2 years. I actually work for my dad, and so I'm training with his real estate appraisal business, and just for his sake, I want to get done so he doesn't have to worry about training me, and he can just hurry up and retire,
Yeah.
So this gives me more time to get that out of the way. But you see a lot of times where musicians get busy, they start a family, all this, and they kind of taper away. And I want to be straightforward with people and say, I'm not tapering away. I'll be back at some point. I just don't know if it's going to be a year from now, 2 years, 10 years, whenever it is. I want to come back with a lot newer music to play,
Right.
a much better show to put on, and a much more reliable schedule of shows. Because you look at anybody right now, whether the big timers or even some smaller timers who are good, they always have that, what Spider-Man called the man in the chair. They've got somebody behind them booking shows, getting them out there, promoting them. And I've been doing too much by myself for too long. I mean, we've even been playing shows sized down. We've got shows where the songs have 5 or 6 guitar layers on them, but we're playing it like ZZ Top with one guitar player, one bassist, and one drummer. And we added a dancer to the band, and she's great. She stole the show at spring break, but our drummer had to leave for some business opportunities and some other things. I got a couple people asking me, did your drummer quit on you? I'm like, well, not like that. No, it was a very amicable split. He'll be back for the farewell concert. So all is good in the neighborhood. It's just and I got to give a shout out, Austin Stone, the guy who's been playing drums with me for a couple of years, Reese Henry on guitar, and Taylor Amanza, our dancer. Good little group, but we had some big plans coming up, for what the coming year was supposed to look like before the gig drought happened. And the gig drought's hitting a lot of artists, not just me. It's a lot of people that you don't expect it to hit, they're struggling. And I went to a Moonshine Bandits concert. I listened to a lot of hip hop. That's my guilty pleasure, folks. And so I went to a Moonshine Bandits concert, and just the way they made their show for the veterans and first responders, but also the outlaws. And when I say outlaw, I don't mean some kid with a guitar saying, I'm outlaw country. I mean, there were 1% patches on vests in that bar, and they were fist bumping the guys on stage. And, we had a moment where we were going to play the song Better Than You, Red, White, Blue, and Better Than You. And we were going to honor our veterans in the room. We were going to do, I have a song called So Do I. It's like a rockin' Southern rock song, but if you really listen to the lyrics, you can tell it's about Jesus. And so I was just going to tell people, I'm not preaching at y'all tonight, but if you got something you could use a little prayer support for, just drop in the tip box or the tip jar, I got you. Just little things like that to make it more interactive. The dancers were actually going to two-step with somebody during Give It Two Steps. It was just, we want to turn our shows into an interactive party with the audience, not just a show where people are eating a burger and they're tuning out the music. Like, when you go to a Garrett Smith show, you get involved. And that will be what happens, when there's a return of the band. But for now, if you want to see that, you got to be in Temple, Texas on June 2nd in the last show.